Arman Tsarukyan is not here to be the UFC's fill-in guy anymore, and he's making that clear in public. He revealed in an interview with Sport24 that the UFC offered him a main event fight this July in Abu Dhabi, and he turned it down without hesitation, because the opponent was ranked lower than him, and there was no title shot on the line. Here's how Arman explained it in his own words. "They offered me a main event in Abu Dhabi this July, but I turned it down because the opponent they suggested was ranked lower, someone I didn't want to fight. There was no point in taking that fight just for money. I'm not here to fight just for the sake of it. I'm ranked number 1 and I've earned my spot. That's not a man ducking a fight. That's a man who knows his worth." Arman reminded everyone that he fought his way through the rankings, taking out contenders ranked 9, 8, 7, 5, and 4. And now that he's on top, he's not interested in giving out free favors. And he completely shut down the idea of fighting Mateusz Gamrot. "No one gave me that kind of opportunity when I was climbing. The UFC offering me a guy like that? It felt like disrespect. Sure, there's a narrative for a rematch, but I don't need it. If anyone wants that fight, it's him, not me. Why should he get a gift like that? I'm not asking for a title fight. I'm asking for a proper contender bout, or at least a clear agreement. Beat this guy and get the title shot." But there was no such deal. Arman made it clear. He's not asking for a title shot right away. He's just asking for a proper contender fight, or at the very least, an agreement that a win gets him the title. He even suggested a more reasonable opponent, Dan Hooker. Someone on a win streak, someone relevant. But the UFC's lack of clarity and direction really got under his skin. But Arman didn't stop there. He threw gasoline on the fire by giving his thoughts on the possible super fight between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, and he did not back Islam. In fact, he said the unthinkable by claiming Ilia can knock Islam out. As for Islam and Ilia, I think Ilia deserves it. He's moving up, he's a champion, and that would be a really interesting fight. If Ilia lands clean, he can knock him out. He can absolutely do it. That's a bold take, especially coming from someone who knows what it's like to share the cage with the best. But let us know if you think Ilia Topuria can be a real challenge to Islam Makhachev. Share your thoughts down in the comment section. But not everyone agrees that Ilia versus Islam is even possible. In fact, Chael Sonnen has crushed that hype completely. According to the American Gangster, Islam versus Ilia isn't happening at all. Chael claims Islam has zero interest in fighting Ilia, and that it's not just his decision. According to him, Islam's manager, Khabib, and even the UFC have all already said no. Chael says Islam is more interested in moving up to 170 and challenging for another title, which, if true, would completely shut the door on that dream matchup. Instead, Chael says the UFC is looking at Ilia versus Charles Oliveira next, and honestly, that might be the spiciest matchup outside of a title shot. Ilia's already confirmed he's fighting at UFC 317 in June. Charles has been talking non-stop, and that might be enough to push Ilia over the edge. Here is what Chael Sonnen had to say.
And I'm going to make sure that you really understand this. Islam is not going to fight Ilia Topuria, and it's for one reason. Islam's had 4 opportunities, plus a manager, plus Khabib. That's 6 times speaking for Islam, all saying in unison the same thing. I am not going to face Ilia because Ilia has not proven himself at 155 pounds. Islam would like to go to 170, and he would like to challenge for the championship of the world. So for anybody at 170 to say, I'm not going to face you because you've yet to prove yourself, do you see where it becomes a problem? And that isn't the fight or the direction anybody's going in anyway. And any time we're wasting to do that, and all of a sudden on the phone you're dealing with a bunch of nice guys. You'd better understand the politics and the time frame until Mr. Nice gets up and walks out of the room, because it's coming. Now, Charles calling for Ilia is wildly interesting.
Let us know if you would like to see this fight happen and who wins. Meanwhile, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. Up next, this might be the most surprising twist of all. Khamzat Chimaev has finally broken his silence on the whole Ilia versus Islam talk, and he didn't hold back. For a long time, Khamzat and Ilia had a respectful relationship. They trained together, cornered fighters together. They were even in Guram Kutateladze's corner at one point. There was no bad blood. But something changed. In a new interview with Russian channel Ashateka, Khamzat was asked about the Islam versus Ilia super fight. And instead of dodging it, he came in heavy, backing Islam all the way and calling out Ilia for running his mouth. Look, I love Khabib and Islam. They're Muslim, I'm Muslim. They come from mountain villages like me, Same country, same small republic like Chechnya and Dagestan. The same. I have a lot of brothers from Dagestan. Islam at 155 is a killer. Then he made it personal. One thing that I really dislike about some of these modern champions, these smaller guys that started talking. Wrestling is different, brother. Wrestling is superior to striking. We've shown it time and time again. And this time it won't be any different. Now before you set fire on my roof, Khamzat didn't say Ilia by name, but the message was loud and clear. As we wrap it up, who do you think wins, Islam or Ilia? Let us know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the updates, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily MMA news. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.